Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson helping you to stake your claim and amplify your message so you can impact people, so you can share your greatness and more. It begins with coming up with a great name. A great name is so powerful. A great name can pull more people into what you have to offer. And over the years, I've developed a method that does just that, and it's called the anchor method. Now, the anchor method is powerful because it really focuses on two critical aspects of sales and marketing. The first one is this: if people don't understand the value that you can bring, they will pay you no attention. Everything begins with attention. So it's critical that we create a name that reflects what the target market is after. And a great name can do just that. Let me give you an example. Now let's say you're going to create a book or a YouTube channel around health and weight loss, and you want to share the story that you've gone through with weight loss. And you create a name, something like Weight Watchers. Well, this is powerful because if people are searching YouTube for videos about weight loss and they see a name like Weight Watchers, they know instantly that this has something to do with what I'm looking for, and that can pull more people in. Now, on the other hand, a name like Google or Amazon is powerful once consumers know what you have to offer, but until that point, it does you no benefits. Big companies like Google and Amazon and Apple, they overcome this obstacle by spending lots of money on commercials and whatnot. However, for small entrepreneurs, I really like to use the anchor method, which, number one, incorporates a word that I call the identifier. And this is the Weight Watchers, right? It's the one word that the consumers in the group that I'm targeting are going to understand. Example, years back, I came up with a company that sells domain names and web hosting and whatnot, and I wanted a name that really reflected what it was all about, so people understood right away and they would pay attention. And I came up with Domain Cheapsters. Now that brings me to part two of the anchor method, and that is to create a name that also incorporates a word that is benefit driven. You see, consumers aren't going to buy a luxury car because it's a luxury car. They'll buy the car because it has an incredibly smooth ride. They don't care about the suspension. They buy because of how smooth and comfortable the ride is. That's what they talk about. That's what they're after. It's a benefit. And the anchor method pairs both that identifier with the benefit to create a name that's unique to the marketplace and clearly communicates the value that what you have to offer can really enhance and improve people's lives. When you create a name like that, people will stop and they will pay you just a small amount of attention. Doesn't mean they're going to buy, but really when you think of a sales funnel, the whole idea is to keep people in the funnel longer. And by creating a name based on the anchor method, well, first you can get them into the funnel because they're going to recognize that what you have to offer may be of value. And then it's your job to continue to communicate why your products and services will enhance the lives of those people. When you do that, poof, pixie dust. Now, hey, let's do some computing. Let's jump on the computer, and I want to share with you how to make use of this incredibly powerful tactic and strategy. All right, coming up with a powerful name for your business venture in just a few minutes. Let's get started right now. Notice I've got a number of panels open here. I've got YouTube, and that's what we're looking at right now. And then if I minimize, you'll see I also have two Word documents open. This is actually pages. I have one labeled identifier, and then I have another labeled benefit. And remember, we're trying to take two groups of words, identifier, words, benefit words. We want to combine them, and then we want to mash them together and see if we can come up with a name that's suitable for our venture. And before we jump in, I just kind of want to share with you how and why this is very powerful. So if I go to YouTube, right, I'm on YouTube right now. Now you can see I've been searching for Build Muscle Fast, and you can see a couple of my videos show up. Roberto's shows up, Steve Jobs videos. I was doing research on Steve Jobs. And let's say that I want to build some muscle this summer, right? I want to get fit. So I'm going to come and I'm going to search for build muscle. And I see the search term build muscle fast. So I click on that. And basically what I have are videos that I can select, and my brain goes into judgment mode and processing. What video do I feel like is going to give me what I want? And remember, when people don't know your venture, and when you start, no one's going to know, the name you select can help make it easy for those in your target market to understand what you have to offer. So I scroll down, and the first video I see that's not a paid ad, so in other words, paid ad right here, paid, oops.
What's up, y'all? Robin NYC.
Another paid ad. The first one here is six-pack shortcuts. And if I hover over the channel name, I get a little representation. And basically, this is a great example of a short name that is easy for those people in the target market to identify the value. The value here is I'm going to learn how to get six-pack quickly. It's a shortcut to gaining muscle, and I'm searching for build muscle fast, so that's relevant to me, and I would be in the target market. And if we look, we see a lot of names like this, Weight Gain Network. I really like Sparta Strength. It's short, it's different, it's memorable, it's kind of epic. You know, and think about that. You know, people want epic in their life. They want great results. They don't want good. They want Sparta Strength results. So that's pretty cool. And I'm looking here. Now notice we also see another video from Brandon Carter. In this case, the individual is going with using a personal brand. Now you don't get the benefit of creating a name that people are going to understand right away, but you do get the benefit of know, like, and trust, which is very powerful, and you get to build that when you create a personal brand. If you want to learn more about personal branding, I'll put a link in the YouTube card to that video. So this is really a great example of names that really work well. I don't like this one, Ben Urza's Abs Now. It's just too long. It's 4 words. I would have done maybe Urza's Abs Now, or Abs Now with Urza, or Ben, something like that. Short, to the point. A couple tips. Number 1, easy. Easy to spell. Easy to say. Easy. Number 2, short is always better. 2 words maximum, 3 words maximum rather. 2 words is really what you're aiming for. So how do we do this? Well, I'm going to go now to Google, and what I'm going to do in this case, I'm going to do some quick research to try to understand people that are in my target market. What are they looking for? And I want to come up with identifier words. So domain. Let's do buy, because I'm looking for people that want to buy, right? So buy, domain. And then I'm just going to scroll through the alphabet, and I see email and I see hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put hosting, email, and I'm just going to scroll through the alphabet and see best. I see best. Okay, so best is more of a benefit, right? So here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in best. And basically, you can see first, I start at Google to get some data based on my market. Not what I think, but what my market is searching for. So I start with what I know, which is buy a domain name, and I see best. So I'm going to go to C. So cheap, certificate, Cologne. Let's go to D. DNS, ICANN, DreamHost. E, extension, email, expired. Okay, so if my business is going to really focus on expired domains, well, then I would put that in. So I put expired, and you can just go through the alphabet here in this manner. And you're going to get a lot of different word ideas that can help you to create a great name. So now we have domain, hosting, email, expired. So I'm going to continue with that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for words that are benefit driven, right? So I've got cheap, I've got best, lowest price, low price. So I'm going to put in these words. I'm going to put in low. I'm going to put in lowest. I'm going to put in, so people are actually searching for quickly. So I'll put down quickly. And this is pretty good. So this is a good start. And now what I want to do is I want to share with you a domain called Bust a Name. Now, Bust a Name is powerful and is cool in that it allows you to take a bunch of different words, mash them together, add prefixes, add suffixes, and also you can qualify the domain extensions. Like I only want a .com. This is going to be for a business venture, and like this is basically how I came up with Domain Cheapsters, which is a great name that I registered for $8. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I can see the identifier words. I'm going to put in those identifier words: domain, domains, host, hosting. One of the things you'll notice I'm doing is I'm putting in variations of the word. So I'm not just putting in domain, I'm putting in domains. I'm not just putting in host or hosting, I'm putting in host. I'm going to put in, I really want to stick with domain and hosting. I'm not going to put an email because my business is going to focus around domain name selling. Not get an email with your domain, but domain and hosting. So next I'm going to add in cheap, best, low, lowest, quickly. Oops. I'll put in quick. I'll put in quickly. I think that does it. Now we can see, let's expand this a little bit, that I have a number of names available. Quickly, cheap. Now one of the things you're going to get is you're going to get two of the benefit words, like quickly, cheap. Well, what the hell is that? So that's not going to work. So quickly domain is available. I can't believe that's available. Wow, that's a good name. Quickly domain is available, so that's cool. So there you have it. A few minutes, and I was able to identify a fairly good a name, right? And I simply combined the identifier with the benefit, and I came up with quicklydomain.com. Now, this is something that I just came up off the cuff, and really what you want to do is think about it, ponder it, put your brain to task. Say, I want to come up with a great domain name, and think about this kind of method where you're combining words together. You can add a prefix, you can add a suffix, and over time you'll be able to come up with some great domain names, and sometimes you'll find a name very fast. I found Domain Cheapsters just like that. Hey, if you liked this video, make sure you leave me a comment. I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button right now. Now, I release new videos on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes on Fridays, and I'll see you in the next one. Poof! Sideways pixie dust. Peace.